So, Carla, can you remember why you originally decided to join the Soul Pleaser course?
Yes, it was to be a lot calmer and to get closer to my kids and improve my relationship with my kids and my husband. And yeah, I was like a Nazi at home, but perfect outside the house. So I wanted to work on that. Yeah.
Fantastic. And what has changed for you over the last 12 months?
Definitely the awareness. Like I'm so aware of my behaviours and that life is happening, like it's not happening to me, it's responding to me. So that was one of the big learnings that I had, that everything's showing up for me to grow and learn from. It's hard to take sometimes, but at least the awareness is the scary part. I think I guess, sometimes I fear what I'm learning because it can be quite scary that, oh my gosh, like I've created all of this. But once you grasp that and get your head around it, then you realise that you can create the life that you want.
Yeah, and that's so empowering. Like that's a relief to know, okay, I can do something about this. I created this, so I can create something new.
Yeah, that's right. So I think the retreat made me realise that, like really cemented that. And then coming into isolation, then I struggled a bit. But now that I've kicked myself back into gear and have finished step 4, then and I've made a few decisions about what I'm going to do, then the weight has just lifted, and it's just much easier to be, most of the time just be happy and choose that happiness rather than just going, oh, I woke up in a bad mood, I'm going to stay in that. I go, no, I don't. Okay. I can choose whatever I want. So, yeah.
And that's so empowering, like to know that you're in control of your emotions as well. You don't have to keep reacting the way you've always reacted.
No. And look, it's not perfect. Like it doesn't happen all the time, which is okay as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So, yeah.
And one of the things I love that I've seen with you, Carla, is that you have improved your relationship with your children. How does that feel?
Amazing. Mainly my 12-year-old daughter. She was such a closed book, which was just a reflection of me, really, I guess. So, yes, we've had quite a few breakthroughs, definitely during isolation, which I've sort of been telling friends lately that I think I manifested isolation because I was so anxious about all the stuff that the kids were doing with sport and music and school activities, and I was just craving that time where we could just sit and be a family. So it was really good during isolation just to get her in the kitchen, and she was cooking and she's doing what she wanted to, and she was opening up and she was telling me stuff, and we had a really good breakthrough during a conversation we were having with a boarding school, how she just sort of leaned over and into me and she goes, oh, Mum, it's okay. I will call you when I go to boarding school. And it was just like this moment of my heart melting, going, oh, my gosh, like I never thought I'd get that. So it was a really good start.
Yeah, and it's such a beautiful time for you to be connecting more closely with her as she moves into her teenage years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And just that, like, because I thought so much how I didn't want her to go to boarding school without us having a connection. And obviously I've just thought so much about it that it's been allowed to happen.
Yeah, it's been one of your wishes, and because of the techniques you've learned, you've been able to create that, which is just so beautiful. Yep. And the other thing I've just loved watching with you, Carla, is that when I first met you, you found it very difficult to feel and express emotions.
Yeah, well, that's changed a lot. I cry at the drop. I didn't know how to cry 12 months ago. So, Tracy, you've taught me how to cry. I have a very vivid memory of coming out of a Farm Owners Academy deep dive after we'd just presented something, and I was feeling quite emotional, and I walked out and the first person I saw was you, and I just burst into tears. Now, that was not me 12 months ago. So, yeah, I now cry quite easily and feel things. Like I didn't understand what it meant to feel emotion. I just, I went numb. If I didn't know what was going on or I didn't like the situation, I just went numb. And it was like literally my body just stopped like, don't let it out, push it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I can just feel it. But there's still moments where I get numb, but now I know what that is, so I can work on it.
Yeah. And for those people watching who think, oh, I don't know if I want to cry, what would you say to somebody who is worried about starting to feel?
Oh, it's just so much better. Like, you can release that emotion instantly without it then coming up again 10 minutes later or 3 weeks later or 2 years later. Like, you can just feel that emotion instantly, and it makes the situation, I guess, a lot easier to deal with. But don't be afraid if tears come and you don't understand why they're there. Just let them come. So like, at the start, I was putting a label on it. Am I crying because of this, or is it that? And it's like, who knows? It's just coming. So let it come.
And so what have you enjoyed about the program? So, you know, the way the program's run, the group or the videos or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, there's sort of two things. So the fact that you're available to answer questions, like, I don't know how you do it, but you're available, like, seems to be all the time. It's very rare that you don't get back to someone within the day. Like, so that's amazing. That support and that one-on-one support is amazing. But just the other women in the group, the ability to allow yourself to be really vulnerable in the group allows you to grow. There's no way I could be where I am now if I didn't take that big deep breath and go, oh my God, okay, let's just do this, and share what you're feeling in the moment too. Like, and by a live video or by a video is the best way. Like, I've grown so much more out of that than I have by just typing a little question in and saying, well, what's the answer? So, and the support of everybody in the group is just amazing.
So, Carla, if someone was sitting on the fence and they were trying to decide whether to join the Soul Pleaser program, would you recommend it?
Oh, absolutely. I've got a few friends I'm trying to get in, but they're not quite there yet. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And I was given some advice very, very early on by someone who's already completed the program. And she was just saying, you have to do the workbooks. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. No, I'll be right, But you have to do the workbooks.
Yeah, it's true. It really is true. They won't do themselves.
So really, like, it is a commitment to do the work, but it's about you and it's about your life, and you can either stay where you are or you can grow. So if you're happy where you are, then stay there. But if there's something about that you want to change, then go for it. Yeah.